Hello everybody, welcome back to the United Stand. Marcel Sabitzer is officially a Manchester United player. Very exciting times, especially as, look, I'm not going to be funny, I wasn't expecting Manchester United to make any signings on deadline day. So, I mean, just having someone brought in is a positive, especially someone of Sabitzer's quality. I'm going to run through, I mean, look, you've seen the title and thumbnail, Scout Report. We're going to run through statistics. We're going to run through his style of play. And there's a lot of people from his time at RB Leipzig, actually, who actually said he has shades of David Beckham, a Manchester United legend. So, look, we'll bring up some stats on screen from this current season that he has been playing, obviously, for Bayern Munich. He's been an integral part. And this is what one thing I saw on Twitter, actually, Paul Merson said, before we do get into the stats, saying that he doesn't get game time at Bayern Munich. And you have got to remember, the best teams, you know, Bayern Munich are one of the best teams in Europe. They have Kimmich, they have Goretzka. Obviously, Sabitzer's game time is going to be limited. But here we go. He has played 24 games so far this season, 15 of those games in the Bundesliga, playing 609 minutes. He has played in the DFB Pokal 2 games. He's also played 6 games in the Champions League. He's played in the DFL Super Cup twice, and this all total amount is 1,009 minutes played. So he's definitely been playing football. There's no doubt about that. And I'm going to say he's been quite important to them. I'm not going to lie. He's a complete midfielder in that sense. He's quite versatile in how he plays football. He can play as a 6, 8 and 10. One thing that Adam isn't a fan of is someone who is a jack of all trades type player, but he has also said beggars can't be choosers when we so desperately needed someone to be brought in. I mean, this is what I alluded to earlier. I'm so happy, and it's such a positive sign that Sabitzer is on board with Ten Hag's plans, and it's quite clear. Look, Chelsea were in for him as well, so it's clear that, you know, no matter how much money he was probably being, you know, thrown at him, he chose Manchester United. And look, short-term option, Man United are in 4 competitions still, so it's a good sign for him, to be honest, that he's chosen us. And he's looking forward to working with Ten Hag, and that is what Ten Hag brings. He, let alone Manchester United have pull by themselves, but Ten Hag has pull as well. We'll bring up another stats on the screen as well. So as I said, 24 games played, 1,009 minutes. He has scored 1 goal, 1 assist, XG of 2.59, and his shots per 90 of 2.35. Now, I believe his shots per 90 for a midfielder is actually in like the 90th odd percentile. So he's having over 2 shots a game, which is very good. I mean, I wouldn't read too much in terms of goals and assists. Yes, it's very wonderful and very pretty when you see a midfielder having, you know, scoring loads of goals, getting loads of assists. But in my opinion, as I said, beggars can't be choosers. That isn't realistically what we're going to be wanting from him. It's all a positive if that does happen. But I'm sure that, I mean, look, his XG is towards the latter end of 2, so getting towards 3. So I'm sure that, you know, he will score goals for Manchester United. I'm sure he will get assists as well. He's definitely going to play 100%. Obviously, we know Eriksen is out for, what, near enough 3 months. He's out till pretty much the end of April, start of May. We're going to miss him so much. But enough about stats. We'll talk about Sabitzer's style of play and why a lot of people out in Germany did actually allude to him having shades of David Beckham. Now, this is to do with his passing range. This is to do with his set pieces, his set piece delivery as well. He's a brilliant player, in all honesty, and he's someone that, as I have alluded to, someone that I didn't look. He's come out of nowhere, and I believe that this is because we actually went in for probably Gravenberch on a loan, saw that he wasn't getting much game time as well. Bayern have said no, but Sabitzer is here if you do want him. So we've gone with kind of second best, but beggars can't be choosers. I think personally, through seeing him play for Leipzig again, he's almost the, and this was especially under the Leipzig manager. They were a very forward-thinking team, very high press, high intensity, which again is something that Ten Hag is going to be wanting to see from Sabitzer. Something that he's going to want to see quick turnovers. He's going to want to see smart football. It's not, you know, and this is what a lot of fans love to see, which I don't think is actually necessary, is that headless chicken press. Yeah, it looks great. It looks like the player's working hard. And it's what Anthony Martial actually gets a lot of stick for, is not pressing, when actually he's covering areas, he's covering spaces, which is what you're going to get from Sabitzer. He's going to cover clever areas, and he's actually surprisingly quick, to be fair. He does catch a lot of goalkeepers off guard. When the forwards will be pressing, he might take 2 or 3 steps inside, and then therefore the goalkeeper thinks he can pass it out to maybe one of the centre-backs, one of the full-backs, and then Sabitzer pounces on him like a cat, pretty much is my analogy. But yeah, great player. And this is actually one thing which I think Manchester United are going to benefit from, is his threat from outside the box. His goal-scoring threat is second to none. I think a couple of years ago, the Bundesliga actually released a top 5 Sabitzer goals, which shows the screamers that he can score. And it's one thing that we don't have an abundance of, really, is shots. We do have shots from outside the box, but, you know, when you know... It's not even whether he's actually going to shoot or not. It's whether, you know, you think he is. If the goalkeeper thinks he's going to shoot, he's more likely, you know, to stay on his line, be wary, and that opens up other parts of the pitch for the likes of Rashford, Bruno, etc. to get into tight areas and spaces. But Sabitzer is one guy who can hit him. Let me tell you, he can absolutely hit a rocket. I'm not going to lie. I think he almost is that hybrid between Fred and Eriksen. Now, Fred and Eriksen both have their positives, both have their negatives. They're completely different players, in all honesty. Eriksen is completely different when it comes to creative. He's so much more creative, so much better on the ball. It can pick those long passes, can find those intricate passes. Then when you look at Fred, he is the tenacious, energetic, almost Jack Russell type midfielder, always nipping at your ankles, and has improved a hell of a lot under Ten Hag. You can't really take that away from him. He's been brilliant, but he has a specific role, or has had a specific role, while Eriksen has been in the team, and that is a squad player. He comes on for the last 20, 30 minutes, and he does that job very well. Now, this is why it was so key to bring someone like Sabitzer in, is can Fred be trusted to be brought in for that full 90 minutes? Me personally, and 3 games a week, bear in mind. We're playing like 10 games in 28 days throughout February. It's ridiculous, a joke. And that is why someone of Sabitzer's quality was desperately needed within that Manchester United midfield. Me personally, I would actually have loved another midfielder to be brought in. I can't lie. It would have been brilliant, because we've got Donny van der Beek out. I did a video not that long ago, a few days ago, I think, on people kind of out of contract at the end of this season, starting next season, for maybe possible loans, etc., that we can bring in. Sabitzer admittedly wasn't one of them, completely left field, but he's great. Let's not lie, he is great, and as I said, he can play 6, 8 and 10, but one thing I want to pose to you guys, especially get your comments down in the comment section, is it someone that we should possibly look to bring in permanently should he perform well at Manchester United? I'm not sure on the fee that Bayern Munich will want. Maybe, I mean, we're looking probably between 40 to 50 million euros. So they did pay around 40 odd million to get him from Leipzig. Is he someone that you guys would like to bring in? Obviously, he could come in, he could not tear it up and actually end up being a backup player to Fred. I do very much doubt that, but you know, we've got to weigh in all different types of possibilities here. I think there is an avenue, because we desperately need a new midfielder in next summer and a forward. There is a possibility where we found a hidden gem here, in the sense of get him on a loan for these 6 months. He proves his part, proves that he can be a mainstay in this Manchester United squad. Get him for maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe 40 million euros, 35 million euros in the summer, which then opens up more budget to then go and splash big on your Osimhens, your Vlahovic, Kane, Goncalo Ramos. You know, there's loads of names out there, your Tonys, Mitrovic, whoever it may be. Personally, he could be almost a diamond in the rough type signing for Manchester United. Let me know your guys' thoughts, especially. I'm keen to hear it. But as I said, Sabitzer is a Manchester United player for the remainder of the season. I'm looking forward to seeing him at Old Trafford. I'll definitely be getting some tickets to some games to go and watch him. I'm very, very, very excited. We're still in 4 cup competitions, obviously including the Premier League as well. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season under Ten Hag. Let the players cook. Very excited. Leave your comments down in the comments section as to whether you think, or what you think of this signing in general, whether you think he should be made permanent next summer. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.